Be strong.
What's up, YouTube? So recently I went to Floating Sea Aquatics in Florida, and I gotta say, the place is nice. It's huge, it's gorgeous, it's big. The prices could have been better, but I really like that they had a lot to offer. They had a lot of cool looking things there. Some of you Floridians have probably been there before. I was visiting my in-laws after just coming off a cruise, so to me, it was a new store. I can't wait to go back. Didn't have a whole lot of time there because it was definitely time to go. But just looking around the store, I really enjoyed what I was seeing. Like the simple fact that the angelfish that they had looked good. They had some ultimate angels, and maybe in Florida the price is high, but to me that price wasn't bad. Some blue ultimate angels for $29.99 each. Where I am locally, they are a lot more expensive than that. Okay. So I was impressed with that price. There were some prices that I was a little bit like, hey, y'all bugging a little bit. But they had a lot of tanks, they had a lot of fish. And no, the fish were a decent size for $30. They weren't, I've seen angels that's really small, but these angels had a good size on them. And they had a lot of them, which is always good. And I like the other angels they had, like these panda type angels. They look good as well. They had like the veil tail. They were just really nice looking. I like them as well. Store, was pretty crowded. It had pretty good sized group there. So, but with the size of the store, you didn't really feel it. You didn't really feel it at all. And they had a lot of live plants. They had a lot of dry inventory as well. You could get all your food. They seemed to have quite a few people that were working on staff, which was good. I hate going to stores and you can't get a hold of anybody. Actually, one dude came over and he was giving us a lot of a lot of information and walking around with us. And for the amount of tanks they had, the tanks weren't that bad. There's a lot of tanks. There's a lot of tanks. They have a lot of huge ponds as well. So, it's a lot of tanks. It's a really big place. If you haven't been there, when you go to Jacksonville, go check them out. Of course, they had the African cichlid aisle. Anybody that knows me and watch my channel knows I'm not a huge African cichlid guy. I've had them in the past, long before I started my channel, but I'm not really into African cichlids like I used to be long ago. So, but they look good. This tank here is a little dirty, but I mean, they had some good size. You got that OB there, and you had some really good sized fish, which is always impressive. I like going places and everything is not, you need a starter tank or you gotta, have a grub tank. They had a lot of stuff you could just add. They had lizards. They were pretty diverse. They had a lot of reptiles, a lot of reptiles. The amount of turtles they had was, I don't know if they're a turtle sanctuary, like, bring your turtles in or what have you, but they had a lot of turtles. They also had a nice saltwater, a nice saltwater selection, which was interesting. They had a lot of saltwater fish in there, and that was cool. Look at this. Uh, Makes you want to get saltwater, don't it? And I had fun walking around the store. I really wish I had time to have gotten a tour and really, this was like some guerrilla style, just grabbing some images real quick. Cause like I said, we were going to dinner. Look at the size of that snail, that saltwater snail. We were on our way to dinner, so we were meeting my wife and my mother-in-law. So we didn't have a whole lot of time in the store. So I just was grabbing really quick video. That's why this video is not very long. It's going to be rather short. But they had, some pretty good specimens, and I mostly just going in there was like, I got to get some of this on tape. Show some folks, especially those people that aren't in Florida. So now you know some place when you go to Florida to actually look up and go check out. Because I hate when I get to cities and I'm wondering what fish stores they have around. But if I've viewed something online, then I'll go. I like this planetarium build that they've got going here, full of tinfoil barbs. I think that's pretty cool. They got a lot of cool fish features that they've built up. A lot of dry goods, like I said before, a lot of tanks. And what I do like is they got new and used tanks. It wasn't just a place full of brand new tanks. They had a lot of used tanks that you could buy, big tanks too. Right? They weren't all small. Here's like a turtle pond, with some turtles, some parrotfish in there, some plecos. A lot of different types of turtles in there. I don't know much about turtles, but some koi, some eclectic, giant rocks, and there's even a cafe. I mean, come on. You can go have some. I would be here every day getting coffee. And look at these big pools. They have a lot of these type of pools there. These big pools. This pool was just full of fish, and I like the aesthetic they got going there. It's a saltwater rescue. Okay, over here they had some tanks. There's my father-in-law there. He's and I did a video on his tank while we were there. This is a big tank. It's a very tall tank. Um, it's a very tall and deep tank. It's a bow front. Not sure how many gallons this tank is. Like I said, I wish I had more time to get information while I was there, but it's a pretty big tank. And this is like their freshwater pond when you first come in, just full of huge pacus, huge pacus, huge catfish, all types of catfish in here, red tail catfish. I think there was a turtle in here. Uh, it's just it's just full of fish. It's just full of fish, and all of them are robust and fat. Some no, that's fake, but just a lot. And there's another pond that's similar to this that they have in there, and I like the water features they got going with this pond. It's just I could just come here every day and hang. And the gentleman I did talk to did say they have like kids parties and things like that there, and it's just a cool place. So if you get a chance, go check them out. They nice. Later.
Be strong.